Yo guys, it's CFB here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back with another match preview for Premier League Game Week 2 between Wolves versus Chelsea. Now this, for a Chelsea standpoint, from the Blues standpoint, this is not going to be an easy game. And as we get into the video, I'm going to describe to you why it's not going to be an easy game. This isn't an easy game at all. If you, in a sense as well, I know it's only been it's only been a game if you think about it, but this is about to be the second game of the season. If you kind of think about it in a sense, it's kind of a must-win, and as I get through the video, I'll kind of describe that. So, before we do get into everything, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so notified every time I upload a video. Also, first link in the description to my streaming channel. Go and check that out. It'd be very much appreciated. And without further ado, also my second channel's down there. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it because Wolves-Chelsea is not going to be an easy game. Not going to be an easy game. You know, as I said, it's kind of a must-win. And why am I saying it's a must-win? Because other big teams are already picking up points. You know, your Man Cities are already on 6 points. Your Arsenal's already on 6 points, which they deserve to lose today, but they got lucky. They're already on 6 points. If we lose tomorrow, we're 6 points behind. Yes, we've still got 36 games to pick up points, which we will. We're not going to stay on 0 points or be near relegation. We're not. But we've got to pick up points. We have to. If we want to be up there and be in a conversation with top 4 at the end of the season, or be in some sort of conversation talking about top 4 at the end of the season, comfortably as well, which I expect, then we've got to pick up points against these type of teams. Wolves are a team that are there for the taking. Now, they lost last week to Arsenal 2-0. So they are currently on the same points as us, in the same amount of games, on the same goal difference, because we lost 2-0 to City as well. They're going to be coming all guns blazing. They're going to be coming all over the place, guns blazing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? They're going to be onto us, because they're going to want to pick up points, just as much as us. And not just that, they're at home, with, in a way, kind of a point to prove, because we've took their best player in Pedro Neto. You know, he may be injury prone, but he was their best player. I think that's a fact, and I think that's fair to say. If you're a Wolves fan, let me know in the comments down below. Be very intrigued to know. But we took their best player. We've got to perform. We've got to perform. Wolves have got a decent side. They've got a decent side. They play, I wouldn't say they play great football, but they play decent football. They play decent football. I don't think it should be enough to hurt us. But this is the worrying part. This is where I get into it and say it's a tough game, because from my opinion, from my standpoint, the last couple of times we've gone to the Molineux, which is Wolves' ground, home ground, we've struggled. We've always struggled there, especially the last game. The last few games have been boring games, snooze fests. You can sit through the whole game and legit go to sleep from minute 1 to minute 90 and get the best night's sleep of your life. You know what I mean? It's not chaos, it's not carnage everywhere, like a bull in a Chinese shop. No, it's not. It's a chilled out game. And what do I mean by that is we have all the possession. You know what I mean? We do not cause any threat. They cause threat to us, but we defensively deal with it quite well. We have all the ball, like I said, but we don't cause any threat. When we go to the Wolves' ground, it's always one of those games where we could turn up for 5 hours and they can have no keeper and we're still not scoring. We still wouldn't score. It's always been like that against Wolves. So I'm hoping tomorrow is maybe the turning point. The only game from the top of my head, if I dig deep in there, in this big, amazing brain, the only thing I remember about us actually convincingly beating Wolves at their ground, convincingly, in a good game where I didn't feel tired or anything like that, was Lampard's first season where Tammy Abraham got a hat-trick. I think Mount got one and Tomori scored that screamer. I think we won 5-1 on the day. That's the only time, you know. And if you look at our head-to-head against Wolves, by the way, I just want to quickly say this as well. I saw the stat on Instagram from a very, very credible source. Very, very big football account. We have beaten Wolves 44 times. We've drew to them, I don't know, I think it was below 25 times. We've lost to them 43 times. If they beat us tomorrow, they're on the exact same wins head-to-head wise when we're facing Wolves as much as us. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. Do you know what I mean? Wolves are maybe a bit of a bogey team on us. I didn't know it was that close. I think we've got a bigger margin in terms of wins against, you know, your teams like Tottenham and Arsenal than, you know, Wolves. Well, if you know what I'm trying to say, Wolves got more wins over us than what Tottenham and Arsenal have. It's crazy. I didn't even know. So fair play to Wolves on that behalf. But tomorrow we've got to be on it. We've got to be on it from the get-go, because I'm watching other teams. I'm seeing other highlights across the Premier League, and other teams look on it. They look sharp. Do you know what I mean? Us against City, look, it wasn't as bad as, if you look at it from a standpoint, Man City, champions last year, the team they have compared to our team, new manager, new setup, new everything, you know, and the chances that we had, like the Jackson one where it was right up close to the goal, and, you know, the penalty shouts that we should have had. If you look at it from that standpoint, if we had a proper number 9, no offence to Jackson, like I said, I always like Jackson, we actually didn't do bad in that game. We just wasn't sharp enough, we wasn't quick enough, it didn't seem we was fit enough as well. So tomorrow we've got to be on it. We've got to be on it, because I'm looking at other teams and they're sharp. They want points. We cannot trickle down. We cannot be, you know, leaving it too late into the season again like we did last season. Last season, we left it until the last 10 match day weeks of the Premier League to start kicking on and gaining points. We cannot do that. We can't do that again. Do you know what I mean? So I'm hoping tomorrow, you'll see in the lineup I go with in a minute what I've gone with, but I hope tomorrow we use the 10. And we use the 10 using an actual 10. Like that advanced 8. We play 3 in the midfield and the left midfielder is a 10, but it's called an advanced 8. I hope we use an Nkunku or a Felix in that position tomorrow, because we saw Enzo there last time and it didn't work, did it? It didn't work. He has to see the whole pitch. And when he sees the whole pitch like we saw against Servette, bear in mind it's Servette, he got a good assist, he came off the bench and did all right. He didn't do anything amazing apart from the assist, which was a good assist. But apart from that, he didn't do anything amazing. I forgot to mention Enzo's name in the Servette game. That was the name I was missing, so I apologise on that behalf. But, you know, we've got to play a number 10 there, because if not, it's like what I said in the match review against City. We cannot play a midfield 3 of Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work, especially in this system as well. It just doesn't work. My monitor's about to turn off. So, yeah, the players have to be sharp tomorrow. They've got to be on it. And I kind of like what Maresca said after the Servette game. He said he wants players in the team. He's going to be picking it based off of training sessions. So what he means by that is players that are working hard, giving their all. So I'm hoping the training sessions are going to be showing that. I'm hoping we see it on the pitch as well. Because, like I said, we've got to be picking up points. We've got to be picking up points. You know, I know we're not going to be in a title race. It's stupid to think we're going to be in a title race. We're not. I don't think we are. It would be cool if we will. In fact, it would be amazing if we will be. And we win a title. Oh my God. But it's not going to happen. I want to be in that top 4 race. Hell, I want to be in the title race, but like I said, it's not going to happen. But top 4, we've got to be going for that, man. We've got to be going for that. We can't be losing to these type of teams. These are teams you need to pick up points against. We've got a good run of games now for the next, I think, until game week 8, from what I read, of teams we should be picking up points against. We should be picking up points against. Maybe one loss in that. And even then, I don't think it should be a loss. And that's West Ham. West Ham have got up some good players recently. So that could be maybe the stumble block. But apart from that, every team should be a must-win. A must-win. Like I said, we took Wolves as best player. So, you know. Anyway, we're going to move on to the lineup I'll go for tomorrow, because I ain't got much more to talk about, because there's not been much going on in the season so far. Like I said, it's only been one match week so far, so I haven't got a lot to say on the way we play or anything. So, you know, we'll move on to the lineup. So here's the lineup I'll go with for tomorrow's game. It's going to be right here on the screen. I'm going to go through why I've chosen. I'm going to go through the players first, and then I'll tell you why I've chosen these players in these positions. So we're going to go Jorgensen in goal, Marc Cucurella left back, Colwell left centre back, Wesley Fofana right centre back, Gusto right back, Lavia in the DM, Enzo Fernandez right centre mid, and Nkunku left centre mid, Pedro Neto left wing, Madueke right wing, Jackson as the ST. Now let me tell you why I've chosen these players, and you know I'll go through it. So Jorgensen in goal. His distribution is better than Sanchez. He's better at saving than Sanchez from what I learned from the Servette game. Even though Servette couldn't finish their chances, I think he was more solid than Sanchez. Either way. Marc Cucurella, I'm going to have him inverting into left centre-back. So he's going to be playing left back, but obviously he inverts into left centre-back, which means Malo Gusto, who's the right back, will be inverting into the midfield. Obviously, we haven't got no Reece James yet. He's come back from injury, not fully yet, but he's basically there, but he's still serving a suspension. But I'd have Gusto inverting into centre mid like usual. He does that well. Cucurella does it better being a defender, so I'd have him as left centre back. Colwell tucking in as a central centre back. Wesley Fofana as the right centre back. Anyway, how he is. Wesley Fofana and Colwell, I've chose those two because I think we should stick with those two. I don't think, when you look at it back at the game, and I know I slated Colwell a little bit, but when you look back on it for the duration of the game, Colwell and Wesley Fofana wasn't a bad centre-back partnership. I'm not saying that that's anything to do with Badiashile or Tosin Adebayo. It's nothing to do with those. I think they were solid against Servette. They did their job, especially Tosin. I don't think he was bad at all. I think he was very solid, but I think we should keep going with it. Colwell had that one mistake which led to a Haaland goal against City, but bar that, they did relatively decent. So let's see how it keeps going. Remember, we've got to build chemistry. This is the first time these two have played together as a centre-back partnership. We've got to build the chemistry, man. We've got to get something going. We can't keep chopping and changing all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyway, Lavia DM, I don't even need to speak on this. He was pivotal to the Man City game. I thought he was brilliant. In a team that was very bang average, because we were bang average against City, but when you look back on it, it wasn't as bad as what it was made out to be by people. Lavia was a shining light. He was a shining light. Brilliant from Lavia. He's slots straight into that DM position straight away. Enzo Fernandez, right centre mid. I've chose him over Caicedo. Again, nothing towards Caicedo. He wasn't great against City. He was not good against City. So wasn't Enzo. And I thought Caicedo was actually decent against Servette, but then again, it's Servette. But I think in that right centre mid role, where he's not going to be a DM, but he's going to be deeper than obviously the advanced 8/10, which whereas Enzo played last time and didn't do well in. Enzo will see more of the pitch. Enzo will see more of the pitch and be able to create a bit more. He's basically, in that sense, he still goes forward, don't get me wrong, and that's just something to do with the system. But he would be a lot more deeper compared to what the advanced 8 is. And I think Enzo, creative-wise, is better than what Caicedo is. I feel like if you want to put Caicedo anywhere, it's going to be the GM position instead of Lavia. But I think Lavia is too good enough to be taken out right now. So, but Caicedo can go in that Enzo position. Enzo and Caicedo can't do the Nkunku position, which is the advanced 8/8. Advanced 8/10. But I would have Enzo slightly over Caicedo for this game, simply because of creativity. But if we was to bring Caicedo on, I'd have him preferably instead of Lavia, because I think he's better in the DM position than the more creative position. But if he came on instead of Enzo anyway, I wouldn't complain, because I think he can do that position anyway. But I'd have Enzo for his creativity at the start, especially in the game. And Nkunku, like I said, advanced 8, I don't even have to speak on this, apart from the fact that I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying stuff like, I'm giving him 5 games, or uncomfortable conversations on Nkunku and stuff like that. Take a look at yourself. I wonder why players come in and they can't perform at Chelsea. Because you're straight away slashing it onto him. It's ridiculous. He's not even done anything wrong. I don't understand. I'd have him straight away in the team. No Felix, like I said. Nothing towards Felix. He's had 2 or 3 training sessions. Do you know what I mean? I'm expecting to get minutes, though. And it'd be quite nice to see him. But I'd have Nkunku starting. I don't know what's happened there. So, sorry, technical difficulty. I apologise. I do not know what's happened there. Pedro Neto, left wing, obviously. I want to see what Pedro Neto could do. He came off the bench against City, and, you know, he made a decent cameo. I'm going to have to get closer to the screen now, aren't I? He made a decent cameo off the bench against City. I thought it was decent. Wasn't amazing, but he put in some decent passes. Against Servette as well. Getting some minutes against Servette. Getting into the fitness groove. He's still going to be raw. He's still getting used to his teammates. Still getting used to the system. Still getting used to the club. And still getting used to the fitness and everything. So you still got to give him time. But against his old team that he was at literally, 2 weeks ago? This is the perfect game to set his foot on fully for a start. So, especially at a ground that he knows, especially, let him play. Let him play this game. Let him start. I'd have him over Mudryk too. Madueke has to start instead of Palmer. Nothing towards Palmer, by the way. Nothing at all towards Palmer. I love Palmer. But he came, I think at the end of the game, he was holding his hamstring at Servette. Now, I know he's been focused in training. He's been seen in training. He's fine now. But I also think Noni deserves to start. Again, like I said, nothing towards Palmer. I don't think he's been awful or bad or anything. I don't think he got the service against City. For against Servette, he was put out of position. You know, but Noni came on off the bench against Servette, and I thought he was electric against Servette. Again, it's Servette, but like, even in pre-season, he was our best player. So, again, nothing towards Palmer. Palmer wasn't there for any pre-season games, bar one, and that was off the bench. So, you know, I think, like, Noni deserves to start in this game. Not, like I said, again, I just want to reiterate this before anyone sends me hate or anything. Nothing towards Palmer at all. I just think Nani deserves to start this game. Palmer will definitely get minutes, obviously. And then Jack's up top. I know he's not 100% fit still, but Gooey, I don't think we could trust in this type of game. Again, nothing towards Gooey. I actually really like Gooey. And I felt very, very bad that he didn't get a goal against Servette. I think it was just down to nerves. But Jackson's our main striker for right now. If he's fit enough to play, you play him. But that will be my start 11 for tomorrow. Let me know in the comments down below what you would go with. So, on to my score predictions. I just want to quickly apologise for the light bulb. I've gone through 2 light bulbs in the space of 5 months. How is that possible? I don't know. Maybe it's just the power of my electricity in my room. I don't know what it is. But maybe I'm the electric guy, the electric villain of Spider-Man, Electro. Maybe I'm just Electro. Who knows? But we're going to get to a score prediction for Wolves versus Chelsea. My score prediction is, like I said, we should be winning this game. We took their best player. We've got a better team. You could argue we've probably got more momentum in our step in that sense. We just come off a victory against Servette. I know, don't read too much into it, but it's a victory. But at the same time, Wolves are at home. You know, they're a tough team to beat. Like I said, our head-to-head against them isn't great. I'm going to go, call me blue-tinted glasses or whatever. I'm going to go Wolves 1, Chelsea 2. I think we're going to get a narrow win, but it's like what I've explained at the beginning of the video. We're going to have all the ball. They're going to cause more havoc than us, I think. I feel like they're going to cause more havoc than us, but we're going to have all the ball. It's not going to be as boring as the last couple of games, I don't think, that we played against Wolves at their ground at. But I still think it's going to be not exciting, but not boring. But, you know, a bit of a middle, down the middle game. I think we're just going to just about get the best out of them, over them. And, you know, move on to the next one with hopefully a bit of a spring in our step. So we can only pray. So I'm going to go with Wolves 1, Chelsea 2. Let me know in the comments down below what your score prediction is. Like I said, I apologise with the light bulb. I really do. But yeah, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so notified every time I upload a video of the match review of Wolves versus Chelsea will be coming out about an hour after the game. So be ready for that, and I'll see you then. Take care. Have a good rest of your day or night. Peace.